Alright, you lot, welcome back to Digital Cage Match, where every patch note hides a landmine and every sponsor smells like spyware. Today we're tearing down fake VPN safety, dragging Call of Duty's bloated corpse through dev hell, and firing Eve's Gilmore into the sun. Strapping, it's Gaming Hellwire. This episode's got more bite than Ubisoft's got brain cells. Everyone thinks the bloody anonymous cause they've got some £1.99 VPN off a dodgy YouTube ad. Listen. If your idea of digital safety is clicking the browser extension and hoping for the best, you deserve every spam call, data leak and bank hack coming your way. Google just lit flare. Billions of VPN users walking around like they're safe while the data gets strip searched by everything short of MI6. And worst part, you think you're covered. Here's uncomfortable truth. Your ISP still knows you're online. They might not see what you're doing, but they know that you're doing it. And from what device, especially if you're using their router tied to your MAC address like a digital name tag. That Fire Stick, it knows. Even your side-loaded apps. That backdoor code magic, seen, logged, not secure. And that fancy VPN you got off a YouTuber's promo code might as well be a wet paper bag. Because here's what they don't tell you. Most VPNs aren't about privacy. They're about affiliate cash. They slap a nice UI on top of questionable login policies and sell it with a smile. Jimmy YouTuber swears by it, cause he's paid to. They don't audit these things. They don't review them properly. They read press release and pass it on like gospel. That's not security, that's grift. If you want real security, you build it yourself. Full lockdown on Windows Defender, Surfshark with IP rotation, borders hopping, and kill switch arm like it's wartime. Let important apps bypass it, sure, but only if you know what you're doing. Ubisoft security keys, plural. You lose one, you got a backup. Aegis 2FA, cause Microsoft, Authy, Google, all those are cloud-based. Aegis keeps your keys local, and your backup is on you. That's what real security looks like. Not click and go bollocks, not a browser plugin with a cartoon mascot, not an identity watching for leaks, spam filters turned on. BIOS password locked. No fingerprints, no face scans, just smartwatch proximity unlocks over encrypted Bluetooth. My PC's got a smart card reader. My watch doesn't even touch internet, and I've got no to hide. I'm not paranoid. I've seen what happens when someone gets your data. It's not a hack, it's a home invasion. So stop pretending a VPN makes you invisible. It don't, it just moves risk. If you don't know where that risk lands, your product, your weakness. And if your security setup starts and ends with a discount code, then you're already bleeding. Lock it down or be next horror story. Call of Duty is getting repackaged for Black Ops 7. That's official line. Not optimised, not rebuilt, repackaged. Which is a fancy PR way of saying, we finally noticed game's so bloated it's practically a storage virus. Here's why that matters. COD games have been getting bigger, fatter and more unmanageable with every bloody update. Not cause they're doing more, but cause they're doing less cleaning. We've seen this before. Players find entire Battle Royale maps stitched under tiny multiplayer maps. You're stuck in a 6-man gunfight in what looks like a shipyard, but your system's secretly rendering 3 square kilometres of digital wilderness you'll never see. Why? Cause Activision are digital orders who'll leave junk files, debug leftovers, and uncompressed assets in every build like they're afraid to delete out. This don't just hit your SSD, it hits your ping. Cause while your beast or a PC is rendering useless foliage and mountains outside combat zone, so is everyone else's. That's more server strain, more bandwidth, and more chances for packet loss to kick your ass mid-5-8. Don't matter if you got fibre broadband and a GPU that could power a small moon. If the server has to chew through junk files for 12 players just to load the broom cupboard, everyone suffers. And let's be honest, this isn't just negligence, it's strategic. Activision wants COD to take up your old drive. You delete other games to make space. You keep COD cause reinstalling is a nightmare. And now instead of fixing engine or tightening code, they're repackaging old damn install like it's a gift. It's not a gift, it's an admission. It's them saying, we can't clean mess, so we'll just put it in a new box and hope you don't notice. So when Black Ops 7 drops and your load times are trash, your packet loss spikes, and your SSD starts wheezing, remember, it's not your system, It's them. It's Treyarch rendering half at Sahara behind spawn point and pretending it's gameplay. It's Activision quietly plotting to make COD only game you've got installed. Me? I'll stick to cloud gaming. It's not perfect, but at least it don't swallow my hard drive and call it progress. Ubisoft just put most delusional PR move I've seen this side at Blizzard Investor Call. According to Suits, Backlash against Assassin's Creed Shadows into problem. It's a win. Yeah, Yves Guillemot and his band of brand butchering executives reckon that getting flamed online proves them making more of a video game than a message. Let me say this straight. No, Yves, you're not making a game. You're making a marketing vessel duct taped to a corpse. You don't get applause for accidentally creating controversy. This ain't edgy. This is a car crash where you lit road on fire and Narak's surprise, tyres melted. Shadows ain't sparking debate cause it's bold or dangerous. It's sparking backlash cause it looks like a focus group Frankenstein made to tick boxes, milk headlines, and write Ghost of Tsushima wave like a blind surfer. Ubisoft's formula ain't changed in years. Tower climbing, checkbox side quests, map icons like chicken pox, all wrapped in mechanics that pretend they're new while recycling same grindy trash from 5 ACs ago. But now they're pretending it's intentional, like online chaos is all part of plan. Ooh, people are mad, that means we're relevant again. No, it means people are tired. Tired of watching you flog rotten skeleton of what were once a legendary series. Tired of microtransaction schemes, soulless design, annual repaints at same bloody gameplay loop. Here's your call out. Yves Guillemot, sell IP. All of them. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Watch Dogs, whatever's left to Splinter Cell, offload the lot to someone who gives a shit. But who? EA? Microsoft? Square Enix? Sod off. I wouldn't trust any of them to babysit a Tamagotchi, never mind rebuild Assassin's Creed. But that's tragedy. Ubisoft's burned so much talent, there's no one left in-house who gives a toss either. The best thing they could do is let licenses rot until someone with vision comes along. At this rate, modding community's got more creativity in their unpaid weekends than Ubisoft's got on entire payroll. You're not controversial, you're not clever. You're just out of touch, out of time, and costing on fumes. Only thing Assassin's Creed Shadows will assassinate is what's left of your credibility. Right, here's one I didn't see coming. PS Portal, that weird screen stapled between two DualSense halves, is outperforming every other remote play method. Phones, tablets, PCs, Steam Decks with dodgy workarounds, Portal's dunking a lot of them. Sony's not just happy about it, they're smug. And for once, they've earned it. Let's not pretend this thing made a good first impression. When they announced it, it looked like a botched prototype from a late night hardware meeting. It didn't stream from cloud. You couldn't use it away from your PS5. It only worked if your console were on and connected. On paper it sounded like tech from 5 years ago, sold at a 2025 markup. But somehow, it's working, and not just technically, emotionally. People are using it more, playing longer, engaging deeper. Sony's own internal data says Portal users are more locked in than anyone trying to remote play through the phones or tablets. And why? Because it cuts crap. No extra pairing, no touch controls, no balancing acts. Just grab it, tap it, you're playing your PS5 front bog, bedroom, or back garden. This is what happens when a gimmick actually lands. No one wanted to pair a DualSense to a phone mount like it's IKEA furniture. No one wanted to fiddle with dodgy Wi-Fi signal on a tablet with a cracked screen and battery anxiety. Portal's dumb, but it's also dedicated. It does one thing, and apparently does it well. Shock horror. But I'll give it credit where it's due. Sony accidentally made a winner. But let this be a warning. Don't get cocky. Don't patch it to death. Don't pro it with OLED and a 300 quid price tag. Don't start pushing PlayStation Plus ads every time I hit home screen. Let Portal be quiet little success story it somehow became. Sometimes simplest idea wins, even if it looks like your controller swallowed a Kindle. FromSoftware just gave us a date window. Elden Ring Nightreign is dropping before March. That's official. No vague in-development fluff. Kadokawa, parent company, put it in writing, which means Elden Ring's next chapter is crawling closer. And I'm finally thinking about stepping in. Now, I ain't touched Elden Ring, not because I'm scared of it, I just don't like open world games. Most of them are map vomit, busy work disguised as depth, glorified time sinks. But Elden Ring? It's been haunting my timeline since release. People still screaming about it, still posting boss fights like the WAR footage. And my mate wants her up. You gotta try it, Scotty. Right, sure. Just let me sharpen my will to live first. But here's the thing. If I'm going in honest. No fanboy filter, no Soulsborne nostalgia, just clean hands and sharpened words. If it's good, I'll say so. If it's overrated, I'll say so louder. If DLC is just a reskinned catacomb and another lore dump disguised as challenge, I'm flipping table. This isn't me jumping on hype, this is me kicking hype in teeth to see if it bites back. I'll pick it up for Christmas, treat myself, load it up over holidays and see what alt screaming is about. And if it delivers, you'll know. If it don't, you'll definitely know. I don't do sacred cows, I do roast beef. So watch this space. Elden Ring might finally face me. And if I go in, I'm not coming out quiet. This week's top 10 UK game sales chart ain't dropped yet, but as soon as it does, I'll drop a short and get full details. No fluff, just facts. Like, subscribe and all that bollocks? Drop your comments and questions below, especially if you've got balls to defend Assassin's Creed. I'll see you next time, you magnificent.